Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tech Sheck episode 7. Hope all of you are well out there. We have an interesting time in our world today between COVID and the issues we're facing here in the United States. But those things continue. We want to keep emphasizing the positive of what's happening in Pakistan. But first, we do wish you and your families the best at this time. And with that, today I'd like to have our guest, Ali Mukhtar from Fatima Gobi Ventures. I'd like to introduce him. He's a bright young man. I met him last year, and I think he's doing some incredible stuff in Pakistan from a VC perspective, something that is very much needed in our country. And he's doing his best to ensure the balance of making money, and helping his country. And with that, I'd like to introduce Ali Mukhtar. Please, Ali.
Good evening or good morning to everyone watching this show. As a background, so I launched Fatima Ventures about 4 years ago, or now longer than that, in 2014. And the idea really was to see if we can develop the startup ecosystem in the country. Obviously, there's never been a doubt in our mind that we lack the talent. Pakistan and Pakistanis have done incredible things, such as yourself in the US. So why can't that be done in Pakistan?
How did you guys link up with the Chinese VC world, right? You know, that's a very unique play, and you don't hear about that much on our side of the world, although it's very active. So give me a little history there. How did that all come together?
I think in 2014, I was part of this program at Stanford. At the time, I met a classmate who was in the program. His name is Jamal. He was working for MEFCAP, which is the fund, a VC fund under the government of Malaysia. So backed by the sovereign fund there. So I had known him for a long time, since 2014. In 2018, beginning of 2019, Jamal had left MEFCAP and joined Gobi to lead their practice in Malaysia. So we had a long relationship there. Then as we were building out our strategy and the next step for Fatima Ventures, we started by seeing, what are the values that we already have in Pakistan, and there's great stuff that was being done by some of the other VCs in the country, and what is it that we can bring to the country, right? In terms of value addition that we felt could greatly benefit everyone. So in that process, we started speaking to a lot of different VCs in the US as well as in China. And I think what we felt with the overarching strategic initiatives, both on G2G between China and Pakistan, and then early moves by Chinese technology companies and some of the acquisitions in Pakistan, we felt that would be a better strategic alignment as well. And then we had a great relationship. So that's how we sort of got together.
Awesome. No, that's really cool. Very, very interesting to understand how these relationships formulate over time. And I'm glad that you're being able to leverage that, obviously, to help improve the situation in country. So the last question I had, Ali, and this is more coming straight from you, the VC scene is really now picking up steam, and we see what's happening, and you're learning about these multi-million-dollar injections into these young up-and-coming companies. And what I wanted to get from your perspective, do you have a story you can share, an investment you've made that was a very unique story? So people from a very unique background or a concept that's very unique, something perhaps you don't see very often, particularly in Pakistan.
So right now, I think we're also a young company, and a lot of our stories are yet to develop. So from the new fund, we have our first investment was a company called Airlift, and our second investment was announced last week, which is a company, a B2B company, which is the first YC company focused on Pakistan, called Tajer. So this is the second investment from the fund. Um, so from our first investment in Airlift, I think we've learned a lot, and we've also seen what it takes for founders to build great companies and scale very quickly. So we were actually, by the way, one of the first investors into Airlift prior to even a formal institutional round. So I had personally, I was connected to Osman prior to the launch of Airlift. That's when he had an idea. He was in Singapore. He was discussing, and he sort of asked at that stage if I move back, would you be interested in this startup? So he left Singapore, moved back to Pakistan, and that's when a couple of us wrote angel checks. And in our accelerator, we had also provided him office space to sort of scale up. So the lessons I think that are applicable to everyone watching is, in the early days, your targets, if not weekly, should be daily targets and KPIs that you're building on, and you're able to monitor and sort of make the team also understand and execute on that. So very quickly, from first week of let's say 5 rides a day or 10 rides a day, in the first 3 months they were able to do over several thousand rides, right? This was from landing into Pakistan from Singapore and starting. So fast forward 10 months, they were able to scale to over 40,000 rides. They were able to raise seed funding as well as Series A funding. So I think there were a lot of lessons in terms of how you're able to scale those companies, which I think was great.
Well, this is great, Ali. You know, we really appreciate you being with us today and coming on board. For our audience out there, as you can see, we're really trying to build up the variety and the capability of this show. And I got feedback from people that, hey, you know, we're seeing all these cool young startups. How does that ecosystem work? And you know, I was very fortunate that I've had a relationship with you prior. So, you know, we're going to be featuring VCs, individuals who are somehow plugged into the community. So we want to keep building on this. So for the audience, please continue to like, share, subscribe. You know, go to our Instagram at TechSheckPak. Go to our Facebook page at TechSheck 2020. Please go to our YouTube channel, TechSheck Pakistan. You know, all of this impetus, it's picking up a lot of steam, and it's great. And we're doing good things for the country. We're helping people there. You know, we have a lot of challenges to begin with. So this is a very positive light. We want to keep focusing on this. I also want to thank our sponsors. Someone that's really been instrumental in helping us along the way is Open Silicon Valley. We also have TechLogix now helping us here promote, and we have Celeritas Solutions helping us with the media piece. So again, thank you very much. And if you have questions for us or you have ideas, send us an email at start, S-T-A-R-T, Karo, K-A-R-O, at techsheck.net. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. Allah Hafiz.